Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I can't believe it's Friday already. These weeks are going so quick. It's crazy. All right. Today, I want to talk to you guys about getting clear on what your health goals are. Now, when we're healthy or we're feeling okay, sorry if you can hear that. That's my dog chewing on his foot down there. Um, when we're feeling okay, we often don't even think about our health. I know I don't. It's something that's like it's there. We sort of take it for granted. And it's not until Archie, stop. It's not until we get sick or something happens to us that we make it a priority. Now, we all know that, we should, prevention's better than the cure, yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to harp on about that today because, you guys are all big girls and boys and you know what you need to do. What I do want to talk about though is if you are at that point where your health is maybe not where you want it to be, maybe you've got a few creaks and groans going on in your body, maybe you're not at the weight that you want, maybe coming into summer and you just want to tone up a little bit, maybe you have got something more serious going on that you do want to be able to really move past because at the end of the day, our health is so incredibly important, and without it, we can't do anything. Okay. So, I want to talk about what it is that you actually want when it comes to your health. Because, I'm always going to go on about the law of attraction. When we have that clear picture of what we want, it not only gives us a destination to aim for because you got to know where you're going. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't know that you're driving from, I don't know, the Sunshine Coast to Sydney, you're not going to get there because you don't even know which direction to face. You'll be going around in circles. You probably go west, north, don't go east. But do you know what I mean? You need to at least know where you're going. It doesn't have to be that detailed as in how you're going to get there. The how will work itself out. All right. But you need to know what it is that you want, first of all. And I know that when it comes to this sort of thing, and especially if you're not where you want to be, the reality of where you are right now, it can get in your way. It sort of sits right here, doesn't it? So you can't see past that. And it's hard to not focus on what is, especially if you have got pain going on as well. So I fully get that. So this is where, if that's you, it's still possible. And I'm going to give you some little tips. It's still possible to do it. And the more that you practice and you consciously make an effort, you are going to get there. Good morning, Ali Sugars. Thank you so much for joining me, darling. All right. So don't let past failures or frustrations or societal pressures or anything like that, even your beliefs around your health, whether you believe that you can get past this is such a big thing. Our beliefs are so powerful. You've got no idea, or maybe you do. But these are the things that I want you to start to become aware of. Because the beautiful thing with beliefs, and Ali, you know all about this, with the mindset and stuff, is that beliefs they're not real. What happens is a belief is just something that we have repeated over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, whether it's consciously, whether we're thinking about it, or whether it's a subconscious thing that's going on. But then it becomes our reality because our unconscious mind is like a little puppy and it has to prove you right. So if you believe that, I don't know, if you believe that you're never going to get well, then you're going to get evidence to support that. Okay. You've seen people that have their mindset around their health has done incredible things and they do get because people do get better is what I'm trying to say here. Okay. What you want to focus on. If it's possible for one person, it's possible for two, three, four, it's possible for you. Okay. Yeah, Ali, definitely with the mindset stuff. All right. It's so this is where it's really important that if you can see yourself as your healthy version of yourself and whatever that is for you, for you, not what they think, not what society thinks, nobody else, doesn't matter. What is it for you? And if you can get clear on what that looks like, and you don't have to be really specific, okay? You can keep it nice and broad. Actually, the broader, the better when you're starting out. Because what happens then, it allows you to dream, it allows you to see a different reality, an alternate perspective, and that also makes you feel good. And when you feel good, your vibration is raised, which means that you then have to start attracting things into your life that match that feel good vibration. And that can be all sorts of things. Okay. It could be a chance meeting with somebody who knows something about something that is exactly what you're looking for. It could be that because you're in that feel good space, that your body has a chance to just heal itself. And I don't want to get too woo woo on this, but you know that how we feel affects what our body does. So there is some science that backs all of that as well. So have a think about, what is your ideal body, your ideal health, whatever you want to call it. Is it simply that you have more energy? Is it that you have more strength? Is it that you have more confidence because you feel good in the skin that you're in? Is it that you have more mobility? Okay, what is it for you? And think about also when you are at that ideal body or ideal health, what would you do? Would you be more active? Would you go to the beach? Would you go swimming? Would you do what things would you do? Would you go hiking, get out in nature more because you love all of that, but at the moment your body doesn't really like it? So, what would you do? What experiences, what activities would you do? What would you enjoy more when you're in that ideal health space? Okay. So have a little bit of a think about that. And as I said, keep it nice and broad. Forget about what is. All right. We want to know what could be. And then use the power of visualization, the power of imagination to really focus on that, but feel really good. We're not even going to look at limiting beliefs. That's actually something I'll talk more about how you identify your blocks after Christmas. I've got something else special coming up for you next week. But you want to be able to move beyond what is. Now that can sometimes be hard. However, you guys are in charge of your minds, okay? You get to choose what you think. You get to choose what you focus on. It's like the TV. If you're watching something that you don't like on TV, you change the channel. You can do that with your thoughts as well. All right. You can. You can. I believe in you. All right. So let's get into some practical tips. All right. So I want you to get that clarity. What does it look like? And then imagine how you'd feel in that body. Really do a little bit of VR, virtual reality. Okay. Because your mind, your unconscious, whatever you want to call it, does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. All right. So let me explain that a little bit more. If you were, let's say you were walking along a path you're going along a little hike in the bush, and maybe it's getting on dusk, and so the sun's going down, and it's just beautiful, and it's just a magical, magical space. And you're walking along so blissfully, and then out of the corner of your eye, you see something on the ground, and you jump and you scream and you go because you think it was a snake. All right. Now, your body reacts in the same way as if it was real. But when you actually look at it, it's only a stick. All right. So it doesn't know that it wasn't a snake. You thought it was a snake. So your body reacted in the same way. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about when it doesn't know what the difference between what is real and what is imagined. So use that to your advantage, guys. See yourself as your ideal healthy body. be energetic, whether, it's a certain shape or you can see yourself walking up the stairs carrying the groceries, you know? As we get older, we lose a bit of that muscle mass. So it's good to keep, doing things that are going to allow you to keep living life and doing the day-to-day things that we can sometimes take for granted. So picture yourself doing the activities that you love. All right. If it's swimming, if it's biking, if it's hiking, if it's walking on the beach, whatever. But you're doing these activities easily, effortlessly. There's no aches and pains when you get home. There's none of this can't get off the couch for 3 days because you went for a walk sort of thing. Picture yourself doing what you love, pain free, and feeling good, feeling energetic. All right. And it's also important too. So, another tip for you is that you really identify why it is. What is your motivation to achieving, you know, better health? Is it to feel more confident? Is it that you want to play with your kids? Is it that you want to travel? Is it that you simply want to be able to get up off the couch without, seven people sort of lifting you off and creaking and groaning? So why is it that you want to have better health? For me, I want to be an old person, but not an old person. Okay. I want to be able to do things and travel and explore and really enjoy my life and not be limited because I've reached a certain age. Okay. It is not true that old people have to get aches and pains. It happens, yes, but it doesn't have to happen. All right. There's lots of people who don't. My parents are the perfect example of this. They are, so mum's 82. She won't mind me saying that because she looks amazing. And my dad's 80. They are incredibly active. All right. They are just incredibly active. And if you compare them to people who are even younger than them, they're running rings around them. And it's because they take care of themselves. All right. All right. So then the next tip is you need to make it feel as real as you can. So write it down. Okay. This is just get yourself a little pad and just write down, how do you want to feel? Focus on the feelings more than the specific weight, or if you're wanting to lose weight, unless that motivates you. Okay, because sometimes it doesn't. It does the opposite effect. If we're not reaching these really specific goals, we can sometimes get disheartened. So this is why I really suggest that you focus on how you feel in your body, how you feel in your clothes. All right. So don't worry about the how just yet. It's we want to get nice and clear on the end result because there are, like they say, there's a million roads. No, what is it? Not I mess up quotes. All roads lead to Rome. But what I'm saying is there's lots of different ways that you can get to the destination. There's not just one path, okay? So don't worry about the how just yet. Get clear on the destination, okay? And then start taking some small actions. You do not need to go in and make drastic changes, all right? Because more often than not, when we do that, it all goes to pot because we go in hard and fast and do all of these things. Like I know when I used to get back into, years ago when I used to go to the gym, I wouldn't go for ever. And then I'd go in and I'd go so hard and so fast that I couldn't move the next day. And then it's like, "Oh, I'm too sore and I don't wanna go back." So that didn't actually help me because then, you have these big gaps in between. So do small things. Start with one thing that's gonna move you closer to your goal, okay? That's it. And that can be something that you do an external action, whether maybe you start introducing one healthy new thing. Okay. Or you drink more water, or you go for a walk, or you start doing, yoga. I love yoga. Or you focus more on your mindset. Okay. Because it all works in together. Okay. When you love yourself and you feel good about yourself, regardless of what is going on externally, then you're more inclined to do things that support you as well. Okay. So do small actions. and congratulate yourself when you take those actions. Okay? Because it's a big deal. It's a big deal. You could have not done it. All right. So when you do take the actions, give yourself a little pat on the shoulder. Okay. And then when you are dreaming, just give yourself that permission to dream without any limits. All right. No judgment, no barriers, no, well, how, and all of that. If you start getting caught up in that, forget about that. Take it broad again. Okay. Let yourself see what you want to, how you want to feel how you want to feel when you are at your healthiest, most confident self. Okay. Allow yourself to dream about that without any restrictions because everything starts out with a vision of where you want to be. Doesn't matter whether you believe it's possible or not, the more you get into that seeing it, the more that you're going to want it, and the more you work on your internal beliefs about what you can and can't do, then that is going to move you forward as well. Because if you want something enough, you will do what it takes to get there. Okay, so that's why I was talking about your why as well. And really allow yourself to get into that feeling. If you think about every single thing that we have today, it started out with somebody's dream, but they believed that they could get there. So you need to believe that you can get there as well. And that may take a little bit of work. And I will talk about beliefs, as I said, in a few weeks' time to help you to turn those around. But you don't have to wait until then. Okay. If what you believe is not working for you, simply switch it around to make it what you want and then focus on that. All right. Because, look at these little things. That, what else have we got? Glasses. These were all, if somebody said, I'm going to put these things on your face so you can see, it's like, and the people who didn't have that vision would have laughed at them. Okay. So find out what your ideal looks like. Write it down. Be clear on it for you. You don't have to tell a single soul. It's probably better that you don't. Focus on it though. Feel good about it. That is the most important thing. Feel good about it and then take actions that are going to move you towards it. Okay. May take a little bit, but it is possible. And if you are actually in physical pain, and I know it's hard to not focus on pain when you're in pain, and this is where it's going to take maybe that little bit more. However, the more you do it, the more it's going to be, the easier it will get. Okay. But you have to start. All right, guys, that is all from me. So please take what you like out of this, but go and do something. Okay, nothing will ever change unless you go and take some action. So now the ball is in your court. Come back each week. I'll be talking on the Mondays is general happiness, Wednesdays is wealth, Fridays is health. I will be your cheerleader until you can be your own cheerleader. All right, because every single one of you has the potential to be, do, and have whatever it is you want. You got to take what you know, though, and put it into actions. But above all, change your vibration to how you see things, how you feel about yourself, especially. And that is going to help the process along. All right. So get out there and start doing. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend, whatever it is that you're doing over the weekend. And I'm just going to leave you with one little quote. I don't know who wrote this quote, but I do love this quote. It is, the more you can envision your dream body, the more likely you are to achieve it. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you again next week. Bye bye.